Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Alison DiBarto Goggin, and I am in the middle of recording for one of my new programs called Healing Through the Heart, and it's all going to be online, self-guided program about healing through emotions, your relationship to self, your food, God, your marriage, your children, your family, your soul passions. And I needed a break, so I was like, I'll just keep recording, but I'll do it on Facebook Live because as I'm going through this program and I'm just in love with talking about these issues because so many people are just stuck in their heads about their weight and their body and their size, and they're ignoring everything else that's going on. They're not paying attention to how sick their gut is, or they don't even care about their migraines that they're having every day because they're so focused on the way they look, the way they feel about themselves. And as I was writing for this program and thinking about this late last night, I was thinking about a lot of my patients and how one of the most telling questions I can ask about how successful they will be in following a program is a scary one. And it's, what is your relationship like with your mom when you were growing up? And they typically don't have a good answer if they're struggling with weight, self-care, following a program, taking their supplements, making themselves a priority in their life. Or how's the relationship that you had with the person who raised you? And I hear many things across the board. It was wonderful. She was incredibly supportive. She let me have whatever I want. Now I feel like I'm a compulsive eater and I can't stop shoving food in my face because I can have whatever I want. I'm a princess. Or the other end of where she never said I love you. She told me I was fat and ugly and stupid, and I wasn't allowed to eat because she didn't want me to gain weight. And now I'm a restrictor and binging, and why would I take care of myself? I'm worthless. So we have this really big scale, but those stories that we have as we're growing up that people from our lives told us, imprinted on us, whether it was your parents, your grandparents, your siblings, your friends, your teachers, your church, somewhere you picked up a story. In the end, it doesn't matter who it is because we get stories from everyone around us. And we get stories because we're humans and we like to make up stories and we get really attached to them. And so this program has really become around, what stories are you telling yourself? How do you feel about yourself? And are those stories affecting your health, your autoimmune conditions? And as I was writing this program too, like, who is this for? And it was for people like me, right? Autoimmune conditions, chronic pain. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia when I was 15. People who are going from doctor to doctor with no answer, or taking all the medication, all the supplements, and just nothing's working, or it works for 2 weeks and then everything falls apart and you relapse again, which is really common. Um, and just that emotional pain. So people who feel really distant from their body, who don't live in their body, who struggle with anxiety and depression, but are like, I don't know what to do about it. And the other part of this is for people who are afraid to change because their illness has become such an identity for them because of that story, because growing up is like, maybe your parents wanted you to be sick because it got them attention. There's something there. And this work is so amazing because we're uncovering it all. And it's just one more layer to all the things we need to do. And of course, we're going to be talking about food and nutrition, but in a way of not, you have to eat this and you have to eat that and you have to eat this at this right time and otherwise you're a failure. No, it's not about diets. It's not about restriction. It's not about being perfect. I will probably tell you to go gluten-free, but that's a whole different conversation. But it's more about accepting your body the way it is right now and not trying to change it, right? And not wishing it was different. And if you are struggling with, say, diabetes and you're like, oh, I hate my life so much, I wish I could just eat that. Or if you have celiac or even just gluten sensitivity and you're so angry because you can't eat all of the glutens all of the time because you know it'll make you super, super sick, and you're holding on to that anger and that pain and the injustice of it all, you're keeping yourself in a cycle of illness and you're dissociating from your body instead of loving it the way it is. So this is what we're going to be talking about. And I just really wanted to open the conversation up today and share my thoughts and my insights as I'm going through this personally. And sometimes I'm writing it, I'm like, I'm such a freaking hypocrite because I have all these issues. and I feel so bad about it. I'm dissociating from my body, but that's why I like talking about it, because I'm doing the work and I know how difficult the work is. But when you have someone to hold your hand and you're walking through it and you're like, okay, I'm still safe, I'm still alive, everything's okay, like it brings a sense of peace. And the work is never over. There's no such thing as done. You're never just done with your health, right? There's no boxes to check. It's just an ongoing process of loving yourself, accepting who you are and where you are, tapping into what you're actually passionate about. So coming back into your body, I feel like it's the first step, and really working on acceptance and love and taking care of yourself, committing, making yourself a priority. And the second step is, well, what's really missing in your life? What is the passion in your life? What does your soul want? Are you doing the work you want to be doing in your life? Do you have the relationship in your life that you want, whether it's romantic or not romantic, or friendships, or how are you doing with your kids? Like bringing that full circle so you can feel whole again, because typically what's missing is we have these stories, we feel like we're in a constant state of not being good enough. We're trying to claw our way out of it with food and diets and restriction or binging or self-hate or trying to fix ourselves all the time. And then nothing's ever working. And there's a lot of reasons behind this. So that's what the program's about. Let me know your thoughts, your questions, your concerns. I'd love to just keep talking about this. And, you know, I just try to be open and vulnerable, authentic, because not everybody's perfect, and you don't have to look up to somebody and go, oh, I wish I was like them, because we all have our own issues and we're here to help each other, and that's what it's all about. So thanks for tuning in and being here with me. I really appreciate it. And when the program shows up in March, I will let you guys know exactly all of the details, all of how long it's going to be. I'm going to keep making videos because I rearranged my whole bedroom to get my picture up, and I love it. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks.